Hey guys, so today we're reviewing the all-new Honda Jazz Crosstar.
A Honda Jazz that's been SUV-fied and is more rugged and sporty.
Buy or sell your car now with CarBuyer Singapore and check out the latest automotive content with us.
We had a quick first look at it in December in the showroom. You can watch that video by clicking the eye in the top right-hand corner.
Now, as we mentioned from that video, there aren't too many differences from the regular Jazz.
But the Jazz Crosstar comes with a 1.5-litre hybrid engine and a little bit more power than the regular Jazz hybrid, but we'll get to that later.
Now, the Jazz Crosstar sits longer, wider and taller than a regular Jazz, as you would expect an SUV to.
But the Jazz Crosstar's biggest size difference is in its width, with the Jazz Hybrid at 1,694 millimeters, while the Jazz Crosstar sits at 1,725 millimeters. So that probably makes for a bit more space on the interior, but we'll find out how that goes later.
And thanks to all that extra height, you get that bird's eye view that you get in normal SUVs.
And the grille is also slightly different from what you get in a regular Jazz Hybrid. There's also black wheel arches and black side slats because it's a rugged SUV now.
Now, we don't have the specific figures for the Jazz Crosstar's boot capacity.
But for reference, it's still pretty spacious. And the regular Jazz Hybrid has 284 litres, while the petrol-powered Jazz has 306 litres.
Like in the other Jazz and the HR-V that we've also reviewed earlier last year, the Jazz Crosstar has Honda's Magic Seats,
where you can fold the rear seats up to give you more storage space. Here we are in the interior of the Honda Jazz Crosstar in the rear seats. So we said it might be a little bit wider, a bit more spacious. Luke, how is it?
I won't say it's very spacious, but it's decent. Then again, headroom, legroom as well. But this is just two of us sitting in the back seat, so I think three is honestly going to be a squeeze.
Yeah, look at that. This is just a little armrest, and this is the space for like a third passenger, but it's not a lot.
Correct, but you do have, simple two USB-C ports there for charging your devices. And the back pretty much feels very plasticky and, very basic. But then again, this car it gives you, exactly what you pay for, and it's a very economical car.
Yeah, very bread and butter. But with that said, let's check out the front!
Okay guys, so now this is the interior of the Honda Jazz Crosstar. So, what are your first thoughts, Kimmy?
Pretty cool. I mean, I've not been in a lot of new Jazzes, but I really like the dual storage compartment that you get. So you have your glove box below regular, and a nice little storage space for your passenger up front. And a nice little cup holder. You can put your phone there and vlog.
Well, I too have a cup holder here, but it's not for me to vlog when I'm on the roads, but it's really strategically placed right here, just an arm's reach away. Let's also not forget we have a very beautiful 9-inch infotainment screen over here that also has Apple CarPlay, just a touch of a button away. As we mentioned earlier on, for the price you pay, this is a Honda Jazz after all. Yeah. A Honda Jazz Crosstar after all. So I think this is actually everything that you need.
Yeah, and Honda made it a point also to create the Jazz Crosstar with a lot more durable materials on the inside as compared to the regular Jazz. So like your seats, your surfaces and stuff, they're just made to withstand like wear longer than a regular Jazz because you do outdoor sporty activities in the Jazz Crosstar.
Okay, speaking of sporty activities, or activities per se.
Let's go driving!
Exactly, let's take this baby on the roads and see how it fares.
Floor it!
Alright, so we're on the roads in the Honda Jazz Crosstar, and now as we mentioned, this car drives exactly like what you expect a Honda Jazz would. And let's not forget that she has a 1.5-litre hybrid engine. Important thing to note that the Honda Jazz Crosstar has a fuel consumption of 4.5 litres per 100 kilometers, and that's not far off from the Honda Jazz with 4.4 litres per 100 kilometers.
Yeah, and this Jazz Crosstar also puts out a total output of 122 horsepower, which is actually more than the Jazz Hybrid, but pretty much similar to the petrol-powered Jazz.
And she drives exactly how you would expect a Honda Jazz would. Just that, she's slightly taller, wider, and longer.
Yeah. And you also get a full suite of Honda sensing safety features to keep you safe on the roads, like lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control, collision mitigation braking system. Great stuff.
Now we've almost come to the end of our video, which brings us to the question, should you buy it, avoid it, or keep it on your short list?
The Jazz Crosstar retails from 144,999 Singapore dollars with COE, the same price as the Jazz Hybrid.
Ultimately, the two aren't vastly different except for its power output and the way it handles on the road being slightly longer, taller and wider.
Besides, you get the same suite of Honda sensing safety features and a pretty economical hybrid engine, especially if you're light-footed. Our verdict is, you should shortlist it.
It's the same price as a Jazz Hybrid and you get more durable materials on the interior.
And for additional $1,000, you get a dual-tone exterior.
But a source from Honda revealed that a more powerful drivetrain will be making its way into the Jazz Hybrid as part of a midlife update sometime later this year, bringing its power output closer to the petrol-powered Jazz's, which is 122 horsepower.
But enough of that, just a reminder that this Jazz Crosstar also has a maximum power output of 122 horsepower.
But on its own, it's hard to argue against it, so it's still worth going down to Car Motors and test driving it for yourself anyway.
That was our review of the Honda Jazz Crosstar. Don't forget to like this video if you like it. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, CarBuyer Singapore.
And hit the bell icon so you don't miss out whenever we upload a new video.
And stay tuned for more automotive content on CarBuyer Singapore.